What's poppin', man? We tapped in with my boy Sleepy Lexx.
What's good, brother? Ground Zero, you know what it is.
Go ahead and let everybody know who you is, man.
Sleepy Lexx from the Bahamas, young artist, doing his thing. Ain't pretty much else to say.
Most definitely, man. So how long you been doing the whole music thing?
Steadily for about 2 to 3 years, I would say. I want to say 2, but it's more like 3. My first official release was a song called Gyat, which I'll pick up some steam with the females back home in the Bahamas. That was in 2016.
Okay, cool. You mentioned you did that, to pick up a little steam back home. What made you feel like you had a little buzz back home? Like, what made you, go ahead and turn to music?
Oh, to be honest, like, what make anybody else do whatever they gotta do? Since they realizing they had to go get some shit and they had time. You see what I'm saying? We really never had shit. So, like me, I was always around the music, always doing my thing with the raps, but they never was taking it serious. Until, me and my bro, we sit down one day in our studio, he was like, all right, cool. We might have something there. And the song I was talking about, that was the experiment, that we just, use as a test and shit.
And you did more than what you thought.
Yeah, did way more.
Okay, I feel you. So, what brought you to the States over here?
To be honest though, like everywhere, I know everywhere have their own challenges, but back home it's different. In the Bahamas, we have this thing where, we support each other, but not in the sense that we need to do great things. Anything we have to do on our own. We have to stand on our, and then make it blow up. So this is just me taking it into my own hands, basically.
Okay. You mentioned you from the Bahamas, So, how exactly was it growing up in the Bahamas, since a young child and, as you got older? Like, what would you say?
Like, I wanna say it was the best of both worlds for me at least. You see what I'm saying? Because on one hand, you have the beautiful side of the Bahamas where, it's sunshine, sea, beautiful everywhere. And then you have the next side, where it's just dirt and grime, negativity. And, growing up, how I come up, you see what I'm saying? I always had a head on my body, so I got to see both sides. I was able to see. And using my talent, I was able to portray both sides. You feel me? I was like a channel for my niggas around me. Growing up in the Bahamas though, it's like anywhere else, except like we don't have a lot of the exposure. Most of us we try to emulate what we see, you know. This whole music thing, it's an opportunity for me to shed some light on that,
Okay, I feel you. So is there anybody else from the Bahamas that's actually doing music that's like blue?
In the rap?
Like in the music business as a whole, like
we got Bahamas. That's
so having nobody like officially, bridge that gap from the Bahamas where you from to over here.
Back in the day we had a rapper Debo, I think it was. I'm not too sure. But I don't know too much of that. I don't want to sound ignorant. I know I could get crucified for it, but yeah, it was a few tried, but no one really seriously.
Okay. So you mentioned you had some partners running with you. Do you still talk to them quite often?
Yeah, my niggas. Like almost every other day, we still keep in contact. We still, make sure to touch base. But in rap though, like I say, it's basically a lone soldier, almost. Like everybody who doing music or doing rap in the Bahamas, I wouldn't say music, but do rapping. Like we basically lone soldiers trying to get it.
Okay, so would you say the Bahamas has some talent?
Definitely, most definitely. I think we have some of the most talent in like per capita in the world. We got a lot of big. We just need the right opportunities. I
Okay.
feel like, you know what I mean, I kind of might be a vessel for that.
Most definitely. Okay, as far as the music history goes over there. So would you say you was more, tapped in with what was going over here in the music game? Like, who inspired you? Like, what artist or what group would you say inspired you coming up?
Shit. I listen to everything, to be honest with you. Like, if I could compare, I would say like I'm more of like a Drake kind of dude. You know what I mean? How we came from a melting pot, in Canada, where everyone, like it's like a bunch of mix of different cultures. That's how it is in the Bahamas. We really just emulate what you know what I mean, what the outside world around us is going on with. But me, that's why I say I take a little bit from everyone. Like, but who inspired me musically? I guess I'd have to say maybe Ty, probably the most. He just was because his always voice set up. I said, okay, bam. I found where I could fit into a picture somewhere, kind of like that.
Okay, so would you say that influenced like the way you rap?
Nah, not at all. People compare me to Future. Some people compare me to Designer, Young Blue, all kind of things. But I feel like I'm my own style, my own cadences, flows, my own shit. You
Right.
know.
Okay, I feel you.
As time progresses, I think people can see that.
Since you've been back, since you've been in the States, would you say you've been making any progression? Like, would you say you can see it possibly moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the same, like I said, one thing I noticed though, with everywhere, like people can be people, you know what I mean? Wherever you go, whoever you is, you can be that person, wherever. So I think like just naturally people gravitate toward the talent, like they did, back home. It's just a bigger arena, a bigger, stage for people to see that. But it's definitely picking up steam though.
Most definitely. So moving forward, like, what can we expect from you and your career? Like, what do you got coming?
Well, the EP dropping soon. I can't say when. We still waiting on that feature, but sometime within the next, it's April now. Within the next 2 months, we
Okay.
should be dropping. It's just a little 5-song EP. Like I said, to test the waters. I like to test. You know what I'm saying? But it's basically my introduction to the game, showing people, okay, that's what I about. That's what I do. Why I feel like, I should, be one of your favorite artists.
Okay, so this EP that you dropped, you gonna try to take it a little serious, or you just gonna kind of let it do
Oh
its
no,
own
we
thing?
taking this serious. That's
Okay.
going up. That's going all the way up.
Okay, so how many visuals you thinking about shooting from?
Yeah, you can expect about 5 to 6, because I got like couple other stuff too, off on the side that that ain't a part of the project, but what I mean, we shooting for it too. Hopefully, what I mean, people fuck with it. I know people can fuck with the tape though.
Man, before we, wrap it up, what's some positive you would leave for the young people, growing up, running the streets, just can't seem to get it together. What's some positive you would leave for 'em?
But I would say, I know it's cliche, but believe in yourself. Manifest whatever it is that you have inside your head, and don't let anybody tell you different. I know, like I said, it's cliche, but if you have something in your heart, you should put this in the Hallmark card. If you have something in your heart, though, it's always best to put it out into the world, because unless you do it, then who else will?
That's
You're sleeping Lexx and you're rocking the Ground Zero TV. You already know what it is.
Yes, sir. Tap in.